So I just finished reading the first issue of Hellboy, and God, it's so interesting. So the volume starts off by showing us how he got to the human realm. And let's just say it was old German powered. But they misinput the location, so he ended up in front of the Americans. And then they adopted him. The only thought I can think that's going through their head, like, oh my God, a demon. We need it. So 35 years later, he meets up with his dad, well, his father figure, Trevor Bird. How the fuck you pronounce it? Anyways, Trevor was presumed dead, but he's alive. The reason why he's presumed dead because he was missing months after his expedition. But he does currently have a foggy memory. However, he does remember being on an expedition with the Cavendish brothers and seeing a statue of Cthulhu and a bald guy in the temple of Yankor. Turns out the bald guy was alive. 2 pages later, Trevor's dead by a frog. Then after that, we're fighting a freaky frog. Ew, put that shit away. We soon find out the same thing that killed his dad was the stuff coming off the frog's tongue. But anyways, let's just shoot the guy. After getting killed, the frog spat out some bones. So Hellboy proceeded to call headquarters to let them know that Trevor died. And also, so they can bring some people from the lab to check out the body. Because it was not human. Well, hopefully not. We then cut to an old lady talking to herself. Where is she? After that interaction, we jump to Cavendish Hall. 150-year-old building. Ooh. Oh yeah, and there's also a curse. And we'll talk about that in a minute. So, Hellboy, Liz, and Abe are talking to the owner of the manor, Miss Cavendish. Hellboy is asking about her 3 sons that went on an expedition with Trevor. She pretty much just answered like, I don't know what happened to them. After that interaction, she tells us about her family's history. We learn that Elihu, their great ancestor, was getting ready to go on an expedition for herself, but then mysteriously died. Then every other Cavendish guy died. Damn! Same way. Mysterious death. But then we learn that the curse ends with her sons because they never had kids. After that story, the butler tells the trio that their rooms are ready. A couple minutes later, Miss Cavendish is talking to that mysterious voice again. You did well, Emma. You did very well. I'm quite sure they suspect nothing. My work can be completed now, even sooner than I have planned.
Then your promise?
My promise is kept, Emma. I return your 2 oldest boys to you. Children, come and kiss your mother good night. We then learn more about the trio. We learn that Liz has fire powers, and they first manifested at the age of 11. Wait, hold on. This kid. Oh. She kind of killed the whole block, including her parents and sibling. Anyways, she have it all under control now, so it's all good. We then cut to Abe and Hellboy in their room. Hellboy's worried that Miss Cavendish really ain't know nothing. And he's also worried if coming out here was a waste of time. But Abe peeped game. He said, look at that butler. Don't he look awfully familiar? And the reason why he looks so damn familiar is because he was on the expedition too. Hellboy's like, oh yeah, you right, huh? He was. Well, I guess it's time for us to take stuff in our own hands. And all of a sudden, Abe stripped naked. Well, that was fucking quick. We then learned that Abe is a fishman. It was discovered by some plumbers that was working at the basement of a hospital. Oh shit! I was just a fishman. And the reason why his name is Abraham because there was a paper sticked onto his capsule that had the same date that Abraham Lincoln died. So, very creative. After we learn about Abraham, he dies in the water. Hellboy then proceeded to call Liz and said, did you notice the butler? And she like, duh. They ain't even hide him. Liz then saw some frogs in her room. Ribbit. Yeah, they were in a trap. So Hellboy is pulled down to the basement by the weird guy from the beginning who tried to summon him. He started yapping about saying, oh, the only reason why I brought you here 50 years ago is so you can be by my side during Ragnarok. And that's your only purpose and your only destiny. And Hellboy was not having none of that. But of course, a headshot ain't gonna take down any cultists. So of course, the cultist calls out one of the frog people to handle Hellboy. Then the cultist reveals something. These aren't just regular frog people. These are the Cavendish brothers. Damn, I kind of feel bad for them now. Anyways, we then cut to Abe's perspective. He sees 2 frog people holding the body of Miss Cavendish. And it doesn't seem like they're going to eat her, but they're holding her with love. But then they go down to the bottom of the lake. And Abe like, fuck that shit, I ain't going over there. Shit, be honest, I would do the same. Anyways, Abe finds a boarded off hall. And what's in it is Eli. We then jump back over to Hellboy, and he's kind of getting his ass whooped by this frog person. But then the cultist says stop, while Hellboy's laying in the water. The cultist then tells Hellboy his backstory. And then, I forgot to mention this at the beginning, but The cultist's name is Rasputin. He tells Hellboy that he learned and preached about the end of the world. Then one of his listeners came to hire him. And who was his listener? Himmler. And what was he part of? The Nazis. Himmler brought him all the way to Germany. And Rasputin met a madman who he thought, yeah, I can manipulate this guy. No problem. And he was right. So, with the Nazi scientists, they made the Ragnarok engine. However, after summoning Hellboy and them losing the war, they ditched Rasputin. But then he heard voices that told him to go north. Maybe it's Santa. Nah, it's just Saduhim, a being that's trapped in the mortal realm. After making it to the Arctic, Rasputin then sat down in front of Saduhim and then started meditating until he saw the Akhdurud of Jihad that was stuck in a cocoon-like state in a endless void. And then Trevor woke him up. So Saduhim made the people that was with Trevor into frog people, and Rasputin messed up Trevor's head to bait out Hellboy. So he would be over at the Cavendish Manor. Oh, and yeah, he got Liz. He pretty much tells Hellboy that, yeah, I don't need you anymore. The reason why he got Liz is because he want to use all her power and then take it for himself. And why, you ask? Is because he want to free the Akhdurud of Jihad. And the only way how he can do that is by putting his powers and all of Liz's powers into side of him. I'm talking about you, big guy. So he offers Hellboy one last chance to join him. But Hellboy says, go to hell. Anyway, I wonder where Abe is. Oh, look, it's Eli. So Rasputin starts channeling his and Liz's power into Saduhim. Saduhim starts freeing the Akhdurud Jihad while Hellboy is getting his... Jesus Christ, someone get that frog off of that man. A beam comes from the house into the sky. An energy beam. Ooh. Before Hellboy gets eaten, he pulls out a concussion grenade and put it all in that frog's mouth. Sorry, Spen. Boom. Did I scare you? So the Akhdurud Jihad starts moving, and then someone sees it. Who is it, you may ask? Aliens. So parts of the Akhdurud Jihad cocoon start falling off, and the alien reports to their captain that, oh my God, they're moving. And why are they moving? Because the power coming from Earth. So back to Earth. Rasputin is over here like, yes, I finally did it. You guys all suck my bola. I brought the end of the... Guess who's back? Abraham. And what did he do? Put that harpoon through that man's chest. Wait a minute. No, that's Eli and Abe's body. Either way, Abe still did it. So Eli breaks the mind control on Liz. So then Liz burns Saduhim and Rasputin. Then Abe dives in to save Liz. What a goat. Saduhim is screaming, and then Abe is holding Liz. Hellboy said, y'all go. And why? Because he got some unfinished business. Then Rasputin just jumps out from the fire. Hit Hellboy with a beam from his mouth. Then Hellboy's like, I'm done with you. I'm tired. I don't owe you nothing. Just because you brought me here, I didn't ask you. You brought me here on your own free will. So I don't owe you jack. So Rasputin over here like, think about it. If you kill me, you will never know your true power, your true background, your true self. You're right, but I can live with it. And then he crushed that dude. Ooh, that's hard. The Cavendish Manor is destroyed while Eli sits while it's being destroyed. What a true G. So after that, the group sits in the rubble and checks up on one another. And Abe was like, bro, I don't remember nothing that happened. All I remember is I saw a statue of Eli Cavendish. Then I was knocked out, and then when I woke up, there was a spear in that man's back. Then Hellboy tells Abe that Eli Hugh took over his body to take revenge on Rasputin, which is fucking valid. Then they check up with Liz, and then she said, yeah, I'm all good. Then they check up with Hellboy and say, how are you doing? He sits and thinks about what Rasputin told him, that you will never know your true self. We then cut to a castle. Not any regular castle. A Nazi castle. And what's inside? 3 familiar faces that are frozen in ice. The ice begins to crack. And that's all for today, guys. I hope to see y'all next time. If y'all like this video, let me know so I can continue it. And give me your opinions in the comments. All right, that's all for me. Bye.